When my parents say they aren't proud of me, I have to remind myself I'm not very impressed with them either. Me pretending to be amazed by clouds so I don't have to talk to the overly friendly guy next to me. I find life gets easier when I shut the F up. Basically, people who don't mind being called weird are good weird. People who get mad when they are called weird are bad weird. The 10 minutes I spend on my phone before I sleep are the best 3 hours of my day. Bread is a lot like the sun. In what way? It rises in the east and sets in the west. I didn't need this today. When you see yourself in pictures, how long have I been ugly? Me thinking I need something sweet after I just finished eating. Has one of the bleakest dystopian settings in fiction, arguably worst fate than extinction, is also very goofy fun and on no of the cutest love stories. Meeting's almost over, then someone asks a question. Friend, wow, you got thinner. What's your diet? Me, poverty. X don't impress me, teach me how to make 30k in 2 days. Well, it's gonna involve X. Cats after you spend your entire savings on their food and toys. I would never be a simp. Dogs after a single pat. At your service, my king. GTA delayed to 2026. GTA 6 trailer 2. Recycling is a myth created by the liberal news media. Put everything in the trash. Trust me. Choosing a movie to watch for the next 3 hours. Choosing a college to spend the next 4 years in. If you're having a bad day, here's a smiling alpaca. Autocorrect when you actually need help spelling a word you don't know. I hate people but love humans. I'm full of empathy but have zero sympathy. Using etc. because there are too many examples. Using etc. because you don't know any more examples. When you realize you're bleeding but you don't remember getting hurt. Job application with tailored resume and cover letter. They already hired the CEO's nephew. Is it really worth it? Lightning McMahon. Pope Innocent 3 when someone mistakes him for Pope Innocent 2. I'm not that innocent. Locked in at the clock-in factory. Clocked in at the lock-in factory. I wonder how many other neurodivergent people repeatedly had the thing where there was a person they considered to be their best friend while that person thought of them as maybe one rung past a pleasant acquaintance. We don't care, just please wash your hands. When something funny happens in class and I turn to bro to see if he's laughing but I remember he's not even in my class anymore. Science fact, it is impossible for a man to use a tape measure without first seeing how far they can extend it before it collapses under its own weight. Where the F have you been? Me, in the emergency room all night. OMG, are you okay? Me, I feel better now. A guy tried to flirt with me so I gestured to my wedding ring but I had forgotten to wear it so he thought I wanted him to propose. It turned out that worked even better at getting rid of him. Of all the terrible ways to be woken up, I think mommy my fart is on the floor takes the cake. You sneaked out of the house to party all night and plan to sneak into the house by 4 AM but your mom has invented a technology the world has yet to behold. I'm not a teenager at all. I'm 32. I work so hard, man. It never gets better. Turn back now. Stop the clock. Save yourselves. Skibbity toilet or whatever the F you kids say. Say something. Finally issue that cancel bugs in the corner of rooms. Me. Can't wait for my day off, got so much to do. Also me on my day off. Do not disturb. Me at the crack of dawn setting up my fishing rod. More bad news for COD. Cosmo and Wanda think they slick. Girls, I like your writing. Yours is better. Me and bro. Yo bro, what did you write? I don't know. Feeling miserable due to the fact that I'm not doing anything meaningful in my life. Trying to actually do something meaningful. Feeling too miserable that I can't even find the motivation to do anything meaningful. Not doing anything meaningful in my life. Who remembers the thumb destroyer? Duracell power check. How it feels to use a website that filters out AI content. Pregnant woman. OMG, my baby is so beautiful. The ultrasound. GTA Online players eating M&Ms after getting hurt in real life. Health. Little yapping D-head suddenly doesn't like loud noises. I'm imposing 200% tariff on solar energy produced outside US. Other countries are literally stealing sunlight from US. It needs to stop immediately. It's putting Americans in danger of running out of sunlight. Next we will ban all clouds illegally entering US and deport them to their shithole origins. Make America bright again. Rain why you come. Rain why you no come. Rain why you come. Well. Villain arc. Uncle Ben would be disappointed. Spider-Man. Hi there. Do you know me? I think you're the father of one of my kids. Are you the stripper from the bachelor party that I made to on the pool table with all my buddies watching while your partner whipped my wet celery? No, I'm your son's teacher. 100 men fight 1 gorilla. 340 million people fight 10 billionaires. Final confession before I go. I have never once looked at my own butthole. What the actual F, Doris? Why would you share this? Jesus Christ, grandma, what the hell? Teacher, you can't hear pictures. The picture. Therapist, and what do we say when we feel like this? Me, my illness is chronic but my bobs are iconic. Therapist, no. Be me, sad, depressed. Idle thoughts. Dad notices. Thinks it's because of my siblings. Thinks I don't get enough attention. Takes me to the planetarium every other weekend because I love space. Falls asleep every time because he's working 12 hours a day. He always takes me. Still alive. Thanks, Dad. Latinx in gaming. Please just call me as I'm begging you at this point. How nice guys think X works. Times I respected women. Sober me, drunk me, harassing my dog with love. Let's see who has been eating all of my snacks. Women don't get enough credit for their imagination. Who else is gonna see that much potential in a guy who puts his mattress on the floor? Holy, she put it back. Archaeologists have unearthed a 4,000-year-old board game. Now they just have to figure out the rules. I'm looking for friends with benefits, and by that I mean people who have swimming pools, boats or vacation homes. Me, I need to save money and get more hours at work. Boss, you can go home early if you want. Me. Nice guys on their way to talk about women like they're zebras in a wildlife documentary. Sir, it should be the box that says Chewy on it. Being ugly is so disheartening. You be having a good time and then get a glimpse of your reflection and it chill your whole mood. Pokemon evolution. Digimon evolution. He lied of natural causes. You pushed him off a roof. Gravity is natural. New Pope is 69. Nice. I wish people had a 30-second trailer so I could see what I'm getting myself into. When you inform mother that you would like to eat Lunchables just as the other school children do at luncheon. Wine-infused salome, Hillshire snacking. 3.9 billion. Women. 21 million. Bitcoin. You can get a girlfriend later. The exact photo description of a dad joke in action. Nothing is on fire, fire is on things, until we meet again. When your mother checks that you are sleeping but she stays in front of you a little too long. Me trying to make small talk, I notice that you're wearing a shirt. Kitchen nightmares. Why is this in the gay X font? Road trip with my favorite grandson. I'm getting taller. Hey, I have hit the roof. It is still going. Me setting an alarm for 6 AM knowing damn well I ain't gonna wake up. When someone asks me what I do all day, first a quick nap, then lunch, followed by a longer nap. I legitimately have no idea what anybody under 30 is saying anymore. Sure, I made mistakes when I was younger, but now that I'm older I have learned how to make different, often far more serious mistakes. Me looking at everything on my to-do list that I'm not gonna do. If we don't make it dangerous to be they'll make it dangerous not to be. Night cold versus morning cold. Me, I'm looking for an acoustic guitar with clearly defined low end. Shop employee, ditch, say no more. Me walking into the gym for the first time in 3 years while I have the tiger blares through my headphones. Mom, be home in 10 minutes, me in another city. My biggest fear about becoming a zombie is all the walking.
Spare change, ma'am.